air conditioner unless I absolutely have to, because it hurt on the sinus.
Oh, yes, I suppose. All right, I think we're there. The camera, it's a new camera. It's a new camera.
Oh, it is.
And so I'm just learning how to use it, so you get to be one of my early guinea pigs. But,
oh dear, maybe I'll break it.
no, I'm afraid I'll break it first. But the calendar on it says it's January 30th, 2008. No, August 1st, 2008. So I have to get in there and speed that up. But other than that, I think we'll be all right. So I don't know. I guess we can talk to you. We're speaking with Thelma Trom.
Pardon?
Your name is Thelma Trom?
Thelma Trom.
Okay. And you're 102.
102. I was 102 on April 4th.
Oh, wow. So that means you were born in 1906.
I'm over that about 4 months now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where were you born?
Wisconsin.
Oh, where in Wisconsin?
Well, it's a town near Hillsboro. I was born on a farm. Although my father didn't farm, he worked for the lumber company.
Okay.
And then we came to North Dakota in 1908. I was just 2 going on 3. And we lived for a while at Clifford, North Dakota, but then we went on to Hatton. So I was really raised in Hatton, North Dakota.
Okay.
And I went on through school and on up from 1st grade through high school. And then I attended Mayville College, got my teacher's degree. I taught for 26.5 years.
Wow. That's remarkable.
Yeah, I wish I had stayed longer, but the kids were getting so mean. Then my first year of teaching was in Kindred, North Dakota.
Okay, a
That's
one-room
where
school,
I
or
met my husband.
now was it a one-room schoolhouse or was it in town?
Pardon me?
Was it a one-room schoolhouse or was it in town?
It's been added on to a great deal, and I went out to the rural schools during World War One, or World War Two.
Probably 2, yeah.
That'll be 2. I remember World War One though very well.
Really? What do we remember about that?
Well, my brother-in-law was in there. So one was in the Navy and the other one was in the Army. He was a stretcher bearer over in France. So I remember, and I remember well when the armistice was signed.
Oh, really?
And of course I went through the 1918 flu, and I didn't get it.
You didn't?
My double cousin that lived with us, he and I didn't get it. He was just a year younger than I. And we were so alert that the doctor used to take us along with him on his cutter to help keep him awake when he was making his calls.
Really?
Yeah. We drove with the doctor. He lived across the street from us, and he would come and get us. And we ride with him in the evenings or the early mornings, and just to keep him awake.
What was his name, the doctor?
Jelland, Kjelland.
Okay.
Yeah, was our neighbor, so he knew us real well. I lost 2 aunts in the flu, and my youngest brother was just, he had been born in February, and this was, of course, in October and November.
Mm-hmm.
It was a terrible time. See, my father and my uncle were in business together. They had hardware and furniture, and my uncle was a mortician.
In Hatton.
So we got used to it. Sometimes we had so many crops that we had to keep them in our garage. There wasn't room at the chapel.
Really? Wow. That was going to be one of my questions to ask you. I did some study on the 1918 flu.
Yeah.
So this is as much information as you can give me is great. What else do you remember? What else do you remember about the flu?
Oh yes, I remember that they had to close everything. They closed all churches, all schools, no public gatherings at all. It was very, very severe. They usually ended up with pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it was a tough period. But Carol and I, my cousin, we didn't get it. Everybody else in the family did.
Really? What were the symptoms?
Pardon?
What were the symptoms?
Well, first you started sneezing.
Okay.
And then you got a raspy throat. And then it went from there, and you get that awful nauseated feeling and high temperature.
How quick did it come on?
Well, let's see now. My aunt had a friend who came home from the university in Grand Forks because it was closed. And she came home and she went over to see my aunt, and of course had greeted her, and wasn't, I imagine, 3 days till my aunt got sick, and she passed away in, must have been 8 or 10 days.
Really? Wow. I bet people were scared.
Yes, we were, and my mother with a new baby. My brother was 11 years younger than I, so he was just a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very sad time, I tell you. My dad did pretty well. He was kind of under the weather a few days, but he's like, I'm like a tough Norwegian.
Okay. And, I don't know, you went with the doctor to all these houses. I suppose there were just lots and lots of stops.
Pardon?
When you went with the doctor, Dr. Chelland, there were lots of stops.
Well, we would sit in the truck, in the cutter, all covered over with fur blankets. And we would usually drive around the yard and so forth while he was inside. We never went in.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably stayed with him 2-3 hours at the time. And he had this lovely cutter with 2 very, very striking horses. He was the only doctor around there, and of course they always made house calls in those days.
Was he an older gentleman?
Oh, not really, no. He wasn't. He was just ordinary, probably in his 40s or he was married to a Jewish girl from the cities, and they had one daughter, and I used to babysit that daughter. So that's how I got to know them so well.
It was your job to keep him awake.
Yeah,
He must have been running continually during that time.
I don't think that man ever got sleep, but he's a very good-natured, kind fellow.
What did he do for his patients? What remedies or what could he do?
Pardon me?
What remedies did he offer?
Well, I know that he worked on the coughing and taking down the fever. He used to tell us that so-and-so had such a high fever. And he tried to keep awake, but if he dozed off, we let him sleep before on a straight mile.
Amazing. That's a wonderful story. I've been asking that of people that are of the right age that remember that. There's not many anymore.
What?
Not many people that remember the flu.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, that was in 18 and I was born in 6. So I wasn't very old, but...
You were old enough to remember.
I was the youngest in the family until my brother came.
Okay.
So I grew up then.
Yeah, that must have been very scary for you kids to be exposed to.
Yeah.
It was a very serious matter.
Oh, we were real proud of ourselves.
Yeah?
We just felt that my older sister was teaching school, and she came at Prairie, North Dakota, and she came home. And my second sister was still there, and my older brother.
What were their names?
Laura was the first one, Laura, and Hilda was the second, and my brother was Gilman, and then it was me, and then afterwards Roland, my youngest brother, came.
Okay, and who are your parents?
Pardon me?
Who are your parents?
Mother was Mary Olson, and she came from Wisconsin. And Dad was Ole Hegg. He came from Norway.
Where in Norway?
Fresvik. It's up in the mountains. We were there and visited. It way up on the end of the Sognefjord.
Oh, okay. I had relatives from Sognefjord.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Sogndal itself. And Hafslo.
What?
Hafslo. Town of Hafslo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's interesting. When did he come to America?
He was 13 years old.
What year?
Oh gosh, that'd be 18. He died. He was 95 when he passed away. See if I can figure out. That's 65, 35. It must have been about 1848.
When he came to America?
Uh-huh.
Really? Did he came with his parents?
Yeah, yes, he came with his parents. Most of his family had come before, and they landed in Philadelphia. And then he came west. he had relatives in Decorah, Iowa, and they came there and then eventually migrated to North Dakota.
What brought them here?
Pardon me?
What brought them to North Dakota?
His brother-in-law had had a hardware store in Portland, North Dakota, and then he bought one in Clifford. So Dad and my uncle took that over, but then they weren't happy there, so they moved down to Hatton.
Okay.
And that turned out to be a good move. We stayed right there. We went to Hatton in, I was 3, I think, when they moved to Hatton, so it would be between 9 and 10.
Okay. What was growing up in Hatton like?
Very interesting. It was a very active town. My first airplane ride was with Carl Ben Eielson. Do you know who Carl Ben Eielson is?
I do. I've been to his home.
Yeah. His sister was one of my very good friends.
Really?
Helen, And, my second daughter, after she was buried, lived right across the street from them. So and then of course we have Eileen Osking here. She's a granddaughter of the Eielsons.
Really? That's interesting.
She has real estate. Very progressive person.
Okay, so what stores were in Hatton?
Pardon me?
What stores were in Hatton?
What stores? Well, it was a farmer's grocery, and we had our first hardware store burned down the year I was a senior in high school.
Oh my.
That's why I went to
Mayville.
Mayville. Do you want to turn on the TV?
I'm part snowman. You don't have to worry about me.
Dad said I wanted so badly to go to St. Olaf College. And Dad said if I stayed home that year, so I kind of got caught up after the fire, he'd send me on to St. Olaf. I didn't want to stay home. I wanted to get going. So I went to Mayville, and it proved okay.
What caused the fire? Do they know?
There was a restaurant down the street, and it caught, and they just didn't have adequate equipment to take care of it.
Must have been devastating.
Yeah. It was half of Hatton's main street burned.
Oh my. And you were saying your uncle was in the hardware business too?
What?
Your uncle was in the hardware business?
Yes, and was a mortician.
Did he make furniture as well?
Yes.
Okay, carpenter.
They did for a while, but they let that go. It just stuck with it. Then they built a new store out of brick.
Okay.
And I was there last summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not a hardware store anymore, of course. There was a fellow on the street by the name of H.W. Larson, and he had a grocery store. And then there was Heggie, H-E-G-G-E. I was Heg, H-E-G-G, he was H-E-G-G-E. the H.W. Higgy hardware, M.F. Higgy hardware store. He and Isleson's had a general store,
Okay.
Ben's dad. So it was really a thriving city until the Depression hit. The sandstorms were bad, you know. 'Cause it's,
I was gonna say, growing up in the 20s, though. What do you remember? The 20s. You were in what? Growing up in the 20s. What do you remember about the 20s? You said you remembered the end of World War I.
yes, I do.
What do you remember about it?
Well, I remember that my brother was coming home.
Well, your brother was in the service.
Yeah,
He was drafted.
not World One.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
He
I was
was
going.
thinking of World One.
Yeah.
Oh,
World War
I
One.
remember they were coming home on the train. We had the dinky running through town, and I remember them all coming home. My brother-in-law and my oldest sister's boyfriend. So I remember that. I had a sister in between that died in 1916. She died, had a kidney problem. She had nephritis.
Oh my.
And so that knocked out one of the family. But we're a small family. I have a granddaughter in Bismarck, my son's daughter, and then I have all Mary's. One of them is in Chicago, and 3 of them are in the Twin Cities area.
Huh. So what do you remember about growing up in the 20s?
Growing up where?
In the 1920s?
Oh dear, 1920.
Did you bob your hair?
I graduated from high school in 1924. I still had long hair, and my father would not let me cut my hair. So I left it until after I graduated. We went to Grand Forks to have our class picture taken, and I went from there over to the barber shop. I came home, and I thought my father was going to disown me. He did not want me to cut my hair. But he lived with it.
A lot of people don't understand the big deal. What was the taboo, or what was
What was?
the taboo? How come he didn't want to cut your hair? How come?
Oh, he thought it looked ridiculous. He thought it was kind of flippant. He didn't like it.
What did your mom think?
Pardon me?
What did your mom think?
Oh, she was more gentle.
How about your sisters? Did they have short hair?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember either one of them having short hair.
Okay, but it was a big deal when you got your hair bobbed.
Yeah, but all my friends did. So I got a chance to get my hair cut.
Yeah?
Grand Forks was our nearest town for shopping. That was a big deal. Go to Grand Forks.
That was a big city.
I spent several summers at summer school at the university, and no, I didn't go to Valley at all. But I went to the University of North Dakota for summer school.
Okay, but you went to Mayville to become a teacher.
Pardon?
You went to Mayville to become a teacher. Mayville? You went to Mayville to become a teacher?
Yeah. Yeah, I was there about 2.5 years, but I just took classes now and then. Did you ever know a fellow by the name of Andreessen?
Oh, it's a familiar name.
Yeah, I think he taught at Valley for a while. But are you originally from Valley?
Not really. No.
But,
No.
but you're kind of stuck there now.
I like it there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice town.
Mm-hmm.
Mary's coming back to next month now to break her connections.
Now, you remember in the 20s, what music did you listen to?
Did I?
When you were in school, what music did you like? Were you into jazz?
Did I what?
Did you listen to jazz music when you were in high school? Did you Charleston?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. You bet. You bet. And the first year I went cut off teaching. I was asked to come down to Blanchard to substitute. And one of the fellows that lived in Blanchard had been away, and he knew how to Charleston, so he taught me. And we went over to Hillsborough to do a Charleston in the contest.
How did you do in the contest?
Well, we got in the line, and one of the fellows in Kindred, or in Lisbon, found out that I knew how to Charleston, and he came and wanted me to teach him. I did what I could, but I said, I've lost it. And last year, one of my friends came and she said, I just talked to Jim McGuckin, and you know what he told me? He told you that I taught in the Charleston. And she said, yes, that's what he told me. Yeah, I've done a lot of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
We've been across both the oceans.
Oh, really?
I went, my husband and I went on a tour to Norway.
What year who was your husband? What year did you get married?
1930.
What was his name?
Alfred.
Alfred Trom?
He was of a family of 11.
Okay. That's a lot of kids.
He was a diabetic, like all the Troms. You probably don't even remember his oldest brother. He worked for Foss.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. No, I don't remember that.
No.